Hello there. I'm Cody T. Luff, author of Ration. My novel Ration is one part horror, one part science fiction, and one part psychodrama, with something truly dark thrown in for spice. Cynthia has lived her entire life in the apartment, where every calorie is governed, where the knowledge of the outside world is nothing more than rumor. When she is accused of eating an A-ration, she must pay a terrible price, and she is forced into a devil's bargain with one of the women who manage the apartments. Miss Tuttle, head mistress of the apartments, makes one bad decision after another, while she struggles with a mother who's growing more and more impatient with her mistakes. You can buy Ration at Apex Book Company, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, IndieBound, as well as other fine bookstores. I hope you enjoy the first few pages of Ration. Natalie is bleeding, something Cynthia has heard of, but nothing she has ever experienced before. Mistress has trailed off, her hollow mouth open, teeth bared mid-invective. Natalie cannot quite weep. Instead, the girl's shoulders tremble, her wet, red fingertips held out to Mistress. I'm dying, Natalie says, and for a moment Cynthia is sure the younger girl is going to do just that. The entire cohort stares at their classmate, waiting. Mistress closes her mouth, leaving her teeth dry, exposed. She moves briskly between the sodden desks, stepping over the weak board in the center of the room that moans whenever a foot so much as brushes the bowed wood. Natalie raises her hand, offering her fingertips to Mistress. The woman slaps Natalie's hand away, catching the girl's wrist in long fingers. Where are you bleeding from, girl? Mistress's voice causes Cynthia's belly to tighten. Questions from Mistress are always followed by slaps to the head. Natalie winces and begins stuttering. Answer, Mistress demands. She pulls Natalie's arms up, bringing the girl to her tiptoes, and Cynthia holds her breath, waiting for Mistress to slap the bloody girl. Inside, from inside of me, Natalie manages through her tears. Mistress frowns. The lines gather at the corners of her lips like papery nets, her eyes tracing Natalie's body. The girl is smaller than Cynthia. Most girls in the cohort are. Her thin button-up is wash gray, one elbow frayed to reveal the skin beneath. Her pants are the same as Cynthia's, threadbare blue that had once been denim, inherited from all the girls who came before, who happened to be of similar build. Natalie's inner thighs are dark with blood. Mistress stares. The cohort stares. Cynthia is aware of her own hollow stare. She does not look away. Well, Mistress says, her teeth still visible above dried lips. Congratulations. You're now a member of Cohort 1. Find Miss Glennoc and tell her that you are a potential. Mistress drops Natalie's arm and sweeps the room with her eyes. No more interruptions. We have work to do. And unless you're interested in testing me, we should continue. The woman winds her way back through the desks, girls retracting their bare feet to make room for the mistress's hard black shoes. The cohort turns as one, a collected intake of breath, and shuffles as they turn back to the front of the room. Cynthia does not turn, and Natalie does not move. Rights. We are discussing the 7 rights of women. Right of free passage in the cities. Right of ownership of property. Right of liberty. Right of thought and free expression. Right of natural progeny. Right of pure death. Right of sustenance. These are not your rights, yet you must know them, understand them, and honor them. Now, we have only one textbook, and I expect you to pass it along smartly. Once you have the book in your hand, count to 10 and pass it along. Read as much of it as you can in that time. If you cannot read, study the images briefly and pass the book along. Pages 32 through 65. And if one of you dares tear a page this week, I will not hesitate to task you with my stick. Mistress's voice trails off. Her eyes have found Natalie, still standing in the middle of the classroom, the girl's bloody fingers still held out. Was I unclear? Mistress asks. The cohort renews their stare. Some faces hold threads of sympathy. Most hold the silence that each girl cultivates behind her own apartment door. Thank you for listening. And you can purchase a copy of Ration from Apex Book Company, Amazon, and many other bookstores. Don't forget to check out the description of this video for buy links and to follow me on social media. Thanks again. I appreciate it.